Welcome back to the Working Fans Wrestling Show. This episode, we have a special War Games match for you. You got Farouk, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes versus the Bloodline.
Absolutely. Very interesting team you picked here. I like it with Sami, Kevin, and Cody. Almost looks like it could be what to expect this coming year, possibly. Or, if we were in a bit of a different timetable. And then you got Farouk, the kind of wild man from the past there.
Yeah, when I saw Farouk, I was instantly like, I have to have him in this match. I love how they list the War Games rules for you. If you're a wrestling fan, you know about War Games. But, this is just really bringing it in for not only the casual fans, but just video game players.
Yeah.
War Games is very interesting because it didn't seem like WWE wanted a lot to do with it. MLW got the trademark on it, put on a War Games. And not too long after that was when Triple H, got back in power and wanted to make this a part of the event. So I love seeing it in WWE. It was great in MLW. Now I believe it's called their War Chamber.
War Chamber, yep.
It's their next event coming up. This Farouk animation looks great coming out to the ring.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments your favorite wrestlers, your favorite War Games matches. And if you're watching on TikTok, leave us a comment what you watch for entertainment. If you're not into wrestling, is it movies you like? Is it music?
You know what I was noticing?
Is it books?
He's scratching his ear as he came in there. I'm guessing that's a Ron Simmons trait I never picked up, where he kind of touches his ear. Because why would you include something like that?
Yes, that's true.
A little subtlety thing there I noticed.
I'm going to have to go back because I have a Doom collection somewhere in my wrestling archives. I've got a lot of DVDs, and I
there's
think
certain things that are very like Dean Malenko does the thing where he plays with his wrist and touches his wrist a lot and stuff too.
Yes. Now you got Farouk in the ring, and I believe Solo is going to be coming out first for the other team.
Okay, so we got the big two bruisers basically starting off, the two powerhouse guys maybe.
I thought this music was fun to kick off this one. This is a little more country-ish. I've been, I want to change around the music on different episodes, try and give these things different feels. It's all royalty-free music on YouTube. So if you're a creator, you go into YouTube Studio, you go to the far left, you go further down, and you'll see Audio Library. I've also thought about signing up for Epidemic Sound, but we're still, as long as we've been a podcast, we haven't tipped the point yet where we really make money on it. We made a little bit through early Anchor sponsorships, but that stopped. And I don't know how we haven't mentioned it till now, but Dubby is our new sponsor.
Dubby.
And actually, I'm just getting an alert for Dubby on my phone right now. It looks like it might have been delivered to my house. So if you go to dubby.gg and use the code FANSWORKING, you get 10% off your order. But more importantly, Dubby knows that we sent you, and we get a little bit back of that. Now, I haven't tried the Dubby energy drink yet. There will be a video to follow. But they promote Jitterless Energy, and the tubs cost about $40, but it works out to less than $1 a serving, I believe. So it's cheaper than most energy drinks. I've got one in my hand right now, a little orange cream, because I'm a gentleman.
Yes.
And, we wanted to try something out. Dubby is sponsoring mostly gamers, but if you think about it, it could be a pre-workout. If you're like Dave, he wakes up at odd hours to deliver that beautiful Martin's potato bread out there.
Scrumptious.
I work the long hours in the summertime stacking those pallets of beer, so I'm waiting to see what Dubby holds. I got a Dubby sticker pack earlier this week, and some great stickers coming in it. I love the Dubby logo. It's like the old smiley face, but it's a little different.
Oh, here we got Sami Zayn. Okay, so you won the coin toss.
Yeah, the advantage was random, and usually it's like the second, third competitor will start introducing weapons to the match. You see Sammy there getting the stop sign as Farouk pounds on Solo. Sammy is now also getting a table.
Yes.
If you guys are just joining us, Ken Angley, how's it going? We are commentating WWE 2K23 footage for our YouTube channel. So go over to the Working Fans Podcast YouTube channel to see Working Fans Wrestling Show Episode 1 to see what this is about. Episode 2 will be coming out as we record today. But during this episode, when this airs, it is WrestleMania weekend. We were recording this the weekend before, so we don't know how things are playing out. But we know it is difficult to fit all this wrestling in our schedule. Now, what are you watching for wrestling this weekend? Are you checking out The Collective? Are you watching the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Super Show? Are you watching Supercard of Honor? Are you only WrestleMania and NXT focused?
I mean, yeah, NXT is got a really good, like I said, special. So it's kind of interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it is interesting to see what people are probably watching. I got to think that people are really into WrestleMania this year as well, though.
Yeah, WrestleMania is going to be the obvious front runner. I think Supercard of Honor, even though they held one this year, the fact that the brand is back, that might draw some eyes to it, especially with Vikingo and Commander, what they've done over the past month on AEW. And this little addition I like here, Solo and Sammy fighting in that middle area.
Did Japan got anything going on this weekend? Or, yeah, WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, the card with Impact Wrestling. They're part of that multiverse.
Madness, yeah.
I don't know if they're doing anything specific. You would think with the LA Dojo, there might be some New Japan Strong going on. Thank you to everyone watching on TikTok. Let's see in the comments. What entertains you guys? Do you just like watching TikTok videos? Do you like music, movies, books? What is it? I'm a big, outside of wrestling, I like some TV shows. Big movie guy, big music guy.
We were talking earlier about that Supercard of Honor, too, and the Reach for the Skies.
Oh, yeah. Last episode, we talked about the Reach for the Sky ladder match.
Yeah, talking about New Japan Strong. Aussie Open's actually in that match.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So.
Oh, God. Hopefully, we're getting Supercard of Honor. We already got the Collective. That's one of the things about the Collective. In past years, I would look at the events and see, am I going to buy for the Culture event? It was always definitely going to buy Bloodsport, maybe for the Culture, but now it's all included with Fight Plus.
So up in the left-hand corner here, that's your power meter. That's a boost you're taking.
Up here?
Yes.
That is the star rating. So I pointed to the stars at the top of the match. That is the rating it gets. So like move variety will drive it up. If you hit a finisher, if you hit a specialty, you will get stuff on
So the more
that.
stars, the better for you when you go at the end here.
Yeah, you got the Dave Meltzer rating up on the top. Yeah. All the power are pointing for anybody listening or watching on YouTube. I am pointing to the power bars at the bottom of the screen there. You got everybody's.
So now you're 2.5 stars. That's funny. It's interesting they adapted a Meltzer type thing for a WWE video game.
Yeah, I think it's a way to let you know like how good the match is, because in GM mode, you have to get the matches as high a star rating as you can, but you don't have that display up there. So you have to know to taunt your opponent, taunt the crowd, hit them with a couple finishers, hit them with a couple specialty moves.
Sami Zayn is climbing the top of the cage right now as we watch this.
Do we have any video game players on TikTok? I always wonder what the TikTok community is, because I understand our YouTube audience better, and especially with Facebook, we also know them better. But TikTok, I haven't gotten as much as a handling on it, because honestly, we're older guys, so we're not playing around with TikTok too much. We use it as like a vehicle for the podcast.
Yeah, and funny videos.
Oh God, funny videos all day.
Joe blows me up with that.
Yeah, none of that I could probably share with our fans, but there's a dark TikTok out there, believe me. Watch Your Mom's House podcast. They've got a segment called Christina's Curations, and that's close to the videos that end up on Dave's feed a lot of the time.
Yeah, I was sleeping. I wake up to this.
Yeah, because that's another thing. Like, me and Dave talk all the time about like our individual differences as far as like learning and information retention and stuff like that. And we make a good team because our strengths are different. I think the oddest part of our team is we operate on like 2 different schedules. Dave is like a third shift, first shift person, and I'm like second to third shift.
Right.
And I mean, I talked about it last episode, but I worked full-time in a grocery store, hated the job, stepped down from that full-time position because I knew I didn't want to do it the rest of my life. The thing is, as an adult, you got to work full-time, you got to have income coming in. So I really hustled a third shift position at the grocery store and eventually came out to now I work in a warehouse, much more open schedule, but it's second shift. Trying to change things around to get more on a first shift.
He missed them more than hours, baby. He likes it.
I love waking up because like I realized I might not be a morning person because like I like waking up, having plenty of time to wake up and then going to work.
Right.
But I miss being in the land of the living. Like when you're on second shift, not saying you're less than, but you have a different schedule than some. How many people watching are first shift workers, second shift workers? Does this interest anybody? It's a wild War Games match in the middle of the ring right now, so.
Yeah, this is chaotic. There's all kinds of weapons and stuff. You got Cody Rhodes and Ron Simmons and Kevin Owens and
I'm wondering if the War Games match is only possible because of the PS5 system or the newer systems you could be playing it on an Xbox Series S.
You had a 3.5 star rating right now too.
Yeah, it's not hard with these multi-person matches. What's tougher is when you have like a one-on-one match. Because if you got this many people in the ring, like
you can
even if you have like a 6-man tag, each time you bring somebody into the ring, you got somebody doing a finisher, doing 2 taunts. That'll add to that score. So the more people in a match really drives it up. You got to be creative in WWE 2K23 in a singles match, trying to get those higher star ratings.
See Roman now coming in. He is the final guy for the Bloodline and the final guy in this match. Looks like Simmons about to do that Dominator to Solo. That's old school right there.
And I don't know if they're going to acknowledge this as the match beyond, but that was typically once everybody got into the War Games match, that is how you knew the match itself would start.
Cody climbing the cage here. See what he's going to be up to here.
You got that table set up in that other ring.
So the following Samuel. Cody dropped the elbow. Looks like onto Jey Uso, maybe Jimmy. Can't tell. Down.
Now, if you want to hear some of our straight-up wrestling commentary, that is New Heights Wrestling. I think we envision this as a little bit of commentary, but I think it's just kind of more fun to just talk on this. We'll find a system that works better for us. If you're watching, let us know in the comments. Is this interesting? Is this something you would watch more of? We're going to keep putting these videos out, so we just got to find a way to do it right.
Interested to see if you get to that 5-star.
I know, it's so close, too.
4.5.
You see Roman and Kevin over.
Oh, you won.
Yeah, it looks like Farouk got the pin on. I can't see who.
Let me do a replay.
I like the celebration graphic here.
Sammy telling Farouk you did good. You came out of retirement to help us win this match. We needed this guy. We needed Ron Simmons here. If you're a Ron Simmons fan, let me hear you say, yeah. Damn.
And I won't be doing... early on, I was going to do like a match the same week that I set up the next week in GM mode. But then it just kind of comes together. And I'll just do the setup and then the actual week. If you want to watch the videos we're talking about, Working Fans Wrestling Show on the Working Fans Podcast YouTube channel. It's not all wrestling. If you enjoy the back and forth between me and Dave, but you don't want to hear about wrestling, you got the Comedy Cast. You can hear Dave talk to Chevy on the Working Fans Combat Cast. And then Working Fans Presents is all over the board. There's a lot of the horror business episodes that I did last October and the October before that. Not fun. When you're trying to do recordings every day, we've been trying to find different things that work for the show. every day is just too much. Some people can do it.
Yeah.
I think if you don't have a day job, daily broadcasting is easier.
I think I do videos every day now. Actually, I think about it because the shorts and then
Oh, the short, yeah.
Yeah. They weren't as long, but you were also watching. You were cramming in movies to do all this too.
Yeah, it was horror movies, and I enjoy horror movies, but then when you're watching it with a goal in mind, especially when you're watching all of the Nightmare on Elm Streets, and you get past 3. I still got 3 other Nightmare on Elm Streets that fucking suck that I dedicated myself to watching. And this year, we've got some interesting movies that I'm lining up for October. We're still far away, but I've got the classic Nosferatu movie. I got the Nosferatu remake movie. I got the Scream series online. We've even got some Japanese wrestling movies. We got Ringu, Ringu 2, Ringu 0. I got to learn Japanese numbers so I know how to say those. Howling Village was another one I was very excited about. And you see here, I set up one of the matches that I wanted. You got Bruno versus Ciampa opening the show. And then this is the week where I teamed Bad Bunny with Kofi Kingston to go up against the team of MVP and Sikoa. I
See some
needed...
different people here on the bottom. Here.
Oh, yeah. These are... I went over to the free agent area. So I'm signing some free agents.
I see
to
like names I
out
recognize, but there's also names here. It looks like they might have been.
Oh yeah, just randos.
Yeah.
You can have some jobbers in there. Enhancement talent. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Or as
Bob Cook's gonna come up from
Bob
Florida.
would call them pro wrestlers. That's what we call them. I don't know if you want to wind this
Randy
down.
Hogan said we could say whatever we want. Oh, Dave, paying attention to that time frame there. I got caught up in calling this because I am setting up the next week in GM mode. So we're sorry we put another thing on your plate for WrestleMania weekend, but enjoy the matches this weekend. Let us know what you're watching. Thank you for joining us.